five minutes. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're all set to start the service. If you feel like standing up and singing, please do. If you don't, that's fine too. Nobody wants to stand up today. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Well, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. We're gonna go back to the bridge. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Well, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Thank you. Thank you for singing.
Thank you for singing. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of New Westminster. How wonderful to see you all today. I am Reverend Rhona Segarra, and it is my pleasure and delight, oh my gosh, to be the minister here at this community of love and fun and support. It is wonderful to see you all. If you are joining us for the very first time, a warm welcome to you. I hope that you enjoy your experience with us today. And if you are returning, welcome back. And for those of you who are joining us online, either live or sometime in the future, then from all of us here, hello, glad you're with us. We gather together every week to consider ideas for full and abundant living. We draw on the teachings of Jesus, who we consider our primary way shower and example, and we honor that there is wisdom to be found in faith traditions all over the planet. There is wisdom to be found in song and in story and in our life experiences and in movies. All are welcome here. All are worthy here. All are celebrated here. And our intention is to offer you ideas so that your life will be calm, connected, and contented. Let's begin our time today with some centering prayer. And if you hear some young voices in the back, I'm going to encourage you all to expand your love and acceptance and be with us anyway. It's my belief and my preference that children are with us in whatever we do as often as possible. And so sometimes that's inconvenient from a sound point of view, and it is always welcome. So just keep that in mind, please. And let's move into a time of centering prayer. As we begin with gratitude. Gratitude that we are on the traditional and ancestral territory of the Cookite First Nation. Gratitude that we are in this place. Here, the little white building on the corner, to laugh together, to sing, to play, to connect, to consider ideas. We are so grateful that we can be together, where we can be reminded that we are connected. We embrace the idea that there is only one power. That power is understood by many names. Some call it God, others Yahweh, Creator, Allah, science, life, the universe. By whatever our understanding may be for the creative energy in which we live and breathe and have our being, we embrace the idea that it is one, that there is no place that power is not, there is no spot that God is not. And it is from this idea that we realize that must include us. We are God in expression, energy in expression, nature in expression. And it is from this reminder that we extend a blessing of love to every person on this planet. A blessing for peace, for healing. An intention that every person knows that they matter. Imagine if every person could know they matter. And it is for this opportunity to bless, this opportunity to be reminded that we are all connected, that we give thanks. And we say I'm in. Amen. And I'm going to invite Diane to read the daily word for us today. Microphone, please. Sorry.
Hello. Okay. Hello, my name is Diane, and today your daily word is balance. I honor the rhyme, or the rhythm of life. All nature moves in rhythm, cycles through phases of action and rest, stability and change. Both are essential parts of a greater whole and equally necessary for a balanced ecosystem. These patterns teach me to honor life's ebbs and flows. I see these cycles repeating throughout my life. At times I move with steady footing as I walk on solid ground. Capable of handling whatever comes my way, I move with ease. But there are also times when life feels like I am walking a tightrope, and finding equilibrium requires more effort. In these moments, I remember that balance is fluid, shifting with the seasons. So too with these seasons of life, as I adjust and adapt, I find solace in spirit, trusting that even if I stumble, I will find balance again. This reading was inspired by Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. For everything there is a season and a time for everything matter under heaven. And now let's enjoy the song, Your Prayer is My Prayer Too.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end and where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen to anything you need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear the worries that are in your way. There's nothing I can do to take your pain away, but I'll help you reconnect with that voice that's deep inside. Let angels wrap you in your love and let Spirit be your guide. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel it too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. My prayer too. My prayer too. something that just happened?
Yeah.
I've got my iPad here for my lyrics, and when I was singing the word angels, the whole perimeter of it lit up in rainbow colors. I've never seen that before, and I went, wow. So isn't that cool? I
That's
just thought
very
that
cool.
you should know.
Thank you.
And I managed not to freak out, which is even better.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. It's funny, I think that there's so much more that we don't understand than that we do. I'm willing to allow for strange interventions. Before we move into a time of meditation, I want to ask to make sure that everyone who's here today has had the opportunity to have an index card and a pen. So what we're going to do is, as part of today's program, will be drawing questions and me answering. So if you have any questions, that's what we did last week. We'll do another session of that today. And then next week, I'll take the questions that we didn't get to and try to pull them into one cohesive message of some kind. So Gisela's just going to pass that out. All right. Let us move into a time of quiet. If it's comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes with me. And if you prefer to keep your eyes open, then just allow your gaze to rest gently. As we give ourselves this rare gift of a peaceful pause. And notice that as you try and settle down, that you may be aware of activity around you. Just notice it, and then come back. Notice your breath. That breath that serves you so effortlessly as it flows into your body to nourish you, and out of your body to cleanse you. This flow of life that is such a beautiful rhythm. And notice how we take it for granted until it's not there anymore. And take a moment to give thanks for your breath. And as you give thanks, imagine your heart opening with gratitude for this gift of life. Today's daily word was balance. Let's meditate on these words. That everything has a rhythm. That life has a rhythm. It has its ups. It has its downs. It has its times of sadness and times of joy. times of patience and times of impatience. Honor the rhythm of life. I honor the rhythm of life. Nature moves in rhythm. Nature cycles through day and night, through action and rest, through stability and change. As I consider the rhythm of life, I realize that just as I cannot inhale without an exhale, so it is that the rhythm of life is essential, part of a greater whole. Ebbs and flows are equally necessary for balance. And as I consider my life and all of its ups and downs, I choose to look at those times with greater acceptance, without using the word should, without making myself wrong. Instead, I resolve to look at life's ups and downs and my perceived flaws as part of the natural rhythm, part of who I am. And I choose then to find a new path if there's something that doesn't feel right. An opportunity to do things differently without shame, without self-hatred, without negative self-talk. In every part of my life, I welcome every experience, and I see it through the lens of nature, of the flow of life. And from this lens, I feel more compassion, more acceptance, and a realization that it is all okay. From this place of compassion, then, I can imagine myself embracing every part of me. And in this spirit of absolute love, unconditional love, I am more free to choose different behavior. Life is change. I welcome the ebb and the flow. And in silence now, I invite us all to imagine that ebb and flow, positive and negative, up and down, calamity and calm, and find appreciation for it all. And so it is.
Crickets are out, singing in time to their own sweet rhyme. The crickets are out, and the days are getting shorter now. It was getting dark by 7:30 last night. I'll say goodbye to the summer. You changed overnight. It was so hard just a few days ago. The time has gone so fast, so slow. Where morning lasts for hours on end, and days are filled with glisten grains of sand. I'll say goodbye to summer. You were nothing short of grand. Do 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 do. It is what sustains us that matters. Do 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 do. It is the heart that knows the truth. We swim and we play and we while away the hours. Oh, I'll miss you, summer. Now I'm rolling again, back on the highway headed for home, and I'm smiling again from this state of grace, this closer look, this place in time, this music for my soul. I'll say goodbye will sustain me all year. Goodbye, 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 my sweet dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. So I'm going to invite you, if you haven't already, to write on your cards, and then Gisela will come around with a basket and collect them, and then I'll randomly draw questions. And in the meantime, thank you so much for your beautiful song. You know, think about the idea of ebb and flow, and today is the solstice. And I think about the fact that we've all probably noticed that we have to say goodbye to summer, and the colors are changing, and we move into this time of what feels dark, and we see the trees' color is changing, and then the leaves falling, and we think there's no life left, and then ebb, darkness, and then flow. We see this return of the sun and return of life. And it reminds me of the fact that so many people have passed away in my life. And I was talking to my sister, Tracy, and she's like, I'm mad at God. People shouldn't die. And what's true is we don't know what that energy might look like. But thank goodness, it's going to sound horrible, sorry, but thank goodness that there is an ebb and flow for our lives, because it makes space for new life. And we wouldn't all fit. It would be a practical mess. So give thanks for summer, and for fall, and for winter, and for spring, for life. And so that ebb and flow is our gift. All right, it looks like we have lots of questions. It's always, I would say that this, I have a few really fun services, but this one is perhaps one of my favorite, because I get to hear what's on your mind instead of you always kind of hearing what's on mine. So here we go. Let's see what questions we have. A basket full by the looks of it. I might have to do this like once a month or something. All right. Thank you, Gies. You want to pick one?
Sure.
Pick anyone. Thank you. Put this here. Oh, that one's blank. I could do a whole thing about blank. This one will be great. This question was posed by our 9-year-old daughter. Why do people go to church, and why is it important to try different churches? What an awesome questions. Awesome questions. People go to church because I think that there's two main reasons that people go to church. The first is because they get to gather in a place and connect with other people, and they can make new friends, And sometimes they can sing really fun songs and hopefully do some fun crafts. And it becomes a place where people gather and become like a bunch of friends. And that always feels nice. Often we eat together and we have little parties together and we draw together and things like that. So that's one reason. And another reason is because it gives us time to think about things that we don't often talk about, like how do we want to be in the world? How do we want to act when somebody bullies us on the playground? Or when we've said something that hurts somebody else's feelings? And sometimes those questions are really well answered by a mom or a dad, or an aunt or an uncle or grandma. And sometimes you need someone who's a little further away from grandma and grandpa and mom and dad. And so coming to church is a place where you can learn different ways of showing up. And some of them will work for you and some of them may not. But that's why people come together. That's what I think. It used to be, when I went to church, when I was little, that was the thing we had to do. And now that's not quite the same anymore. Now people come because they want to get together with their friends, and they want to get together to consider ideas that might be a little different, and hopefully hear some nice music and stuff. Why is it important to try different churches? Well, I think of this church as offering ideas, like you're at a buffet, you're at a restaurant and there's a menu, and there are things that you might like, and things that you kind of agree with, and things that you're not really ready for. And just like your favorite restaurant, sometimes you'll like everything on their menu, and sometimes there'll still be one or two things that you're not quite ready for, or doesn't suit your taste. I'm not a mushroom person, for example. And there are times, though, when you go into a restaurant and you're like, none of this feels right for me. I don't feel like I want to eat any of the things here. So I think it's important that you try different churches so that you can find a match where most of what they say is what you like. And it doesn't have to be all of them. Did that help explain that? Yeah. And I think it is important to try different churches. Thank you for the question. And it doesn't have to be named church either. So a lot of people don't really. Thank you. It doesn't have to be church. The sound of music, night or day, hills are alive, strum, strum. Okay, so that's, I know who wrote this, because you put her name on it, Lindsay. Lindsay wants to have a sound of music where we watch the movie, right? And then we kind of sing along. We can work that out. That's a Beatles song. Yeah, we can do that sometime, Lindsay. We can make that work. And then the other question is, are the Hosanna and Hallelujah banners handmade or homemade? Yes, they were made by Hilda Cliff many, many, many years ago now. And actually, I was just looking at them and thinking, time for those to come down, and maybe we'll put some peace and joy. And there's this one, which says peace. And then there's love and joy as well, which might be a nice bookend. But yes, thank you for the question. You like my Vanna? What is your vision for the future of Unity of New West? Oh my goodness. It actually looks kind of like this. We got kids playing in the back on the floor, crafting and coloring, people in the front, a wide range of ages, and it's not all that different from what I'm seeing. Maybe more people, maybe not. The vision for me isn't so much the number as whether or not the people who are here are finding value in some of the ideas that I share, and whether or not that helps them then to add more calm and connection to their life. And it would be nice in general for people to know a little bit more about what this place is, in my opinion. Because I really very strongly believe that there are people out there who are looking exactly for a place like Unity of New Westminster, a place which is inclusive and accepting, a place that doesn't throw out belief systems, instead finds commonality and universality in them, that doesn't say the teachings of Jesus are the only teachings that are valid, but that doesn't say that the teachings of Jesus are not valid. So there are people out there, I believe, who are looking for a different definition of church, a different definition of spiritual community, one that is more inclusive of all faiths, including Christianity, or including the teachings of Jesus. Because too much, in my humble opinion, too much of the wisdom teachings of Jesus have been lost in the unchurching of people. And I understand why people have turned away from traditional church, because it has been a place that has done so much dividing, which is completely contrary to the teachings of Jesus. So I would love to see people go, unity, yes. Where is it? Let me in. That's what I'd love to see. Pardon? Vanna would pick up the basket. What ways can people of unity reach out to help those in our community and collaborate with others as spiritual people? Ooh, that's a big question. Let's try that again. What ways can people of unity reach out to help those in our community and collaborate with others as spiritual people? Lovely question. And it has two parts. So I'll start at the back. The collaborate with people, with others as spiritual people. Have you ever considered that there is no place that spiritual is not? So we often talk about, well, I put my spiritual hat on, and then I will behave differently. Well, if we truly lean into the idea that there is no spot that creative energy is not, that must include us in all of it, in our likable and our unlikable, and in their likable and unlikable behaviors and showing up. God is all of it. So as spiritual people, I think what the question is implying, and it's a good one, is can we remember to look at every person and resolve to see beneath the outer layer that so often divides us? That we see the personhood first. And once we do that, your heart will open. Love will be the only thing that person feels. And when you have that, connection is made. A little bit of an aside. I was talking to someone this week about AI psychosis. Has anyone heard about this? People are starting to interact with ChatGPT. And they're doing it so much. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence that you ask a question and then it gives an answer. But here's the thing that's really becoming noticeable is, first, ChatGPT is tireless. You can ask it lots of questions and it will answer. So that's one step. But the other is that ChatGPT will always tell you something nice about yourself. They'll say, I will say something like, could you rewrite this phrase? That is a beautiful phrase. How thoughtful of you. And then it will rewrite it. And this stroking that ChatGPT does is something that people are hungry for so much that they're falling into an abyss of staying in contact with this loving being, which is a computer program, because they're loving the feeling of affirmation they're getting. What that tells me is that we, as loving beings, not computer programs, want to be that accepting and that affirming of people. That does not mean that we accept all behaviors, but we say yes to the person. All are welcome here, not all behaviors are welcome here. To get that distinction of you are worthy is something that I think will completely transform our relationships. So collaborating with others as spiritual beings, I think, is a way of allowing us to be mindful and to treat every person as if they are as intelligent as we are. Except for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jesus. You should all be laughing. And then how do we reach out to others in our community? Let your example of who you are be the thing that people go, I want what they've got. You don't have to proselytize. You don't have to tell people about the spiritual journey you're on. You don't have to fix them. You just want to love them right where they are, warts and all. That's where we help each other in community. And that's where we collaborate by seeing everyone as spiritual beings. I don't know if that quite answered the question, but anyway. Thank you. What can we do to help the USA other than wish them well and pray? My husband's American, and it's difficult to see some of the stuff that's going on there. What can we do to help them? I think that's our journey is our journey. So it is to observe what's happening somewhere else, discern whether it's something we're in favor of or not, and then resolve to make sure that we are not behaving like that in our homes, in our families, in our workplaces. wherever we can add influence here. And for some people, that may mean going to protests and standing up to the bully. And that's okay. And for others, it may mean more, what can I do in my life? What am I seeing there that I might be doing on a much smaller scale here? And can I fix that? It's easy to get distracted by what's happening somewhere else. And let's focus on what we can control, which is, am I being a bully? Do I say things that are very black and white? Am I less accepting? Is there a time or two that I might dehumanize another person, including the people who I see as being dehumanizing? What can I do differently? And I don't have to put up with my own self being destroyed by what's happening there. Wish them well. Pray. Pray in whatever that language that looks like for you. You know that you pray all the time, right? Your energy is prayer. So if you intend good, that is prayer. Intend peace. Today is International World Day of Peace. What a beautiful day to make sure that everything that you are doing is the presence of peace, because it will make a difference to the field that you are, which will make a difference to the field of the person you connect with and their field, and so on and so on. Pray. Intend. And look in your own mirror. Okay, let's do one more. Thank you. You enrich my life when I'm able to come. Thank you. And thank you to all of you, because you enrich my life when I'm here too. That is a beautiful sentiment. Thank you so much. Maybe one more? I don't know. I should maybe just leave on a good thing here. Yeah, look, blank. All right. I think we'll leave it there. So I'll take the rest of these questions. Thank you for your questions. I'll do what Cindy recommended. She's like, next time we have all these leftover questions, see if you can put them together and make a talk out of them. I'm like, okay. So thank her next week when you see her, because that's what I'm going to do. So thank you so much.
Gonna need a bigger Buddha to excavate my soul. Gonna need a magic mantra to make the world back whole. Gonna need a bigger Buddha so wars will finally cease. We'll belong to one another, bring the world some peace. We're all just made of cosmic dust, casting off the shadows of our minds, shedding the layers of karmic rust. so that our light can finally shine. Gonna need a bigger Buddha to help us all to cope. A message of the all clear to give our hurts some hope. Gonna need a bigger Buddha to keep love here to stay, filling our hearts with compassion. Let kindness lead the way. Gonna need a bigger Buddha so we can finally see that you and I are all one, and nature holds the key. We're all just made of cosmic dust, casting off the shadows of our minds, shedding the layers of karmic rust, so that our light can finally shine. Gonna need a bigger Buddha to excavate my soul. Gonna need a magic mantra to make the world back whole. Gonna need a bigger Buddha so wars will finally cease. We'll belong to one another and bring the world some peace. And bring the world some peace. And bring the world some peace. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ronnie. Oh, great. I forgot about that. Hi, everyone. I'm Mystic, and I'm here today to read the announcements. We have landed on a time that we think will work for everyone for Monday's meditation. Join us from 4 p.m. to 4:45 Zoom tomorrow. We check in with each other, enjoy a guided meditation, and we uplift and acknowledge each other as we read the names of the people on our prayer list. To add a person to the prayer list, please fill in the prayer request slip found in your welcome packet with the person's first name and the first initial of their last name, and place it in the offering basket. You can also send us an email or submit a prayer request on our website or app. Now, next week is the last Sunday of the month, Potluck Sunday. It's also the day that we celebrate the birthdays in the month. Please plan to stay after service next week, and if you are able to bring food. And after next week's potluck, plan to stay for Cindy's Creative Cafe and karaoke. This event happens on the last Sunday of each month. It is a chance for you to paint, draw, sing, tell a story, or work on your own craft project. This event is by donation. If you want to paint, the cost is $10 to pay for the material. Here's your chance to connect with friends, share your talents, and learn something new. Join us after the service and every last Sunday of each month from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. All are welcome. And thank you, Cindy, inspiration. Please mark your calendars for Wednesday nights in October for a 4-week discussion group based on the book Presence and Potential by Reverend Rhona's dear friend, Dr. Martha Creek. We talk about practical ideas for richer relationships, including how to stay calm under pressure, how to stay true to yourself without disconnecting from others, and how to cultivate your own imagination for creative solutions, and how to build resilience for all the life situations. Reverend Rhona has a few copies of the book available here today, and if you prefer, the book is available for purchase on Amazon, including Amazon Kindle and Audible. Our yard work session was rained out last week, so weather dependent, we'll try again next week after potluck. Bring gardening gloves and tools if you have them, and we have tools here too. Unity of New Westminster is fully self-supported, and we are grateful for your gifts which support our community's message. Many of us contribute with pre-authorized payments, which are especially helpful for our budgeting. If you are not placing anything into the contribution basket today, please bless it silently when it comes to you, then pass the basket along. For our online viewers, you'll find a donation link in the description of the recording. And please like and subscribe to our channel so that we can reach more people. Please give freely from a place of abundance, gratitude. Thank you. We are so blessed. Okay, and I will just introduce you to this little person here. This is Celeste. She's one of the kids I work with at the school and outside of school. Okay, thank you very much.
Blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful that all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Diane, for reading, for Monistic, and Celeste for doing platform today, the announcements. To our teams at the back, our teams making coffee, our teams greeting, and to all of you here, thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your questions. How blessed are we that we can be in this place to ask questions, get some answers. Of course, I'm thinking, oh, I could have said this, which is just the way things go. So thank you all for your openness. And with little ones in the house, I'm going to invite them to stand up and we're going to say a little blessing to them. You can come up if you want. You want to come right up here, Celeste? Would you like to come up or stay down there? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say to both of you and to your brothers who are downstairs, I think, children of light, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we see the light that you are. You are. And let us move into a circle, everyone, as we sing our peace song and prayer for protection. Please join us for coffee after the service. And I hope you have fun. And if you have any other questions, save them till next time.
And let it begin with peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family all we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. This be the moment now, with every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God, we are the love of God, we are the power of God, we are the presence of God.